Hello everyone, welcome to Chefs Together. Today we are going to learn how to make yummy ambur style dum biryani, which is going to be made with chicken today. So this is a very nice interesting process. Let's wait and watch on how we can make this delicious and colorful looking chicken dum biryani. So here we go friends, these are the ingredients that we'll need to make for ambur dum biryani. So I have taken around 750 grams of zira rice, which I have soaked already for 30 minutes and drained it as well. With this we are using 1 kg of chicken. Today I am using the nati type of chicken. You can suit yourself and you can use broiler or the nati, the country type, anything that you prefer. For the tempering of our biryani, we will be using around 10 inches of cinnamon sticks, around 25 cloves, and 6 cardamom seeds. Okay, so with cardamom pods actually. Then with that, for the veggies to be used, we will be using 3 large onions and 4 medium sized tomatoes and 1 lemon for its juice. So we are just going to move it aside. We will be making a paste of 100 grams of ginger, fresh ginger, 100 grams of garlic, and here I have taken 15 red chilies. These are not very hot, so I have taken 15, and anyway I want my biryani to be quite spicier, but you can suit yourself and can use accordingly. So with this we will be using a pinch of yellow food color and red food color. This is again optional, you can use it or skip it according to your wish, but since we are using red chilies, your biryani will already be kind of colorful, but this is to add some extra colors to this. And here I have taken a handful of fresh coriander and a handful of fresh pudina leaves, and with this we will be using around 50 ml or half a cup of 50 to 60 ml or half a cup of curd. And salt, I'm using the rock salt, which I prefer using for biryani. You can use table salt as well, it is all the same. So that's it, let's move into the process. Along with this we will be taking 150 ml of oil, which is plain refined oil, and the best part of this recipe is that we don't use any ghee at all. There is no ghee involved, only oil, which is going to be 150 ml. Now here, moving on, we have enough water bubbling and boiling, in which I am going to add around 2 tablespoons of salt, rock salt, and we are going to add the soaked rice. So in this procedure what we are going to do is we are going to boil the rice separately, and we will be cooking the meat along with the spices separately, and then we will be mixing them together and giving them a nice dum. So this is how we go with the procedure for ambur style dum biryani. So let it cook in medium high till it is 3/4 done. So we are going to cover it with a lid and cook for some time. Remember to stir it once in a while, just to ensure that your rice is cooked in the proper way. And that's it. I think our rice is done, 3/4 done, so we are just going to strain it. We have used zira rice today, as I told you earlier, but you can suit yourself and make this biryani with basmati also, but the authentic ambur style biryani is made with zira rice. Our rice is almost done, 3/4 cooked. We are going to leave it under the fan for some time so that the cooking process stops and it kind of cools down. So at this point we are going to add 1 pinch of food color, which is yellow and red. We are literally going to sprinkle only a pinch, ensuring that we sprinkle it gently. One side we have sprinkled the yellow food color. On the other side we are sprinkling some red. Okay, now that's it. At this point we are not going to stir them, because now if we stir, the colors are going to mix up. We don't want that, so we are just going to leave it to cool down. So now what we are going to do is, before we proceed with the next step, we are just going to scrape out our colored rice in a separate bowl, so that the color doesn't smush together. We will add them at the end of the process. You don't have to be very keen about scraping out everything. No, that's done. Here our masala pastes are ready. This is the paste, the garlic paste, ginger paste, and the red chili paste. Now what I have done is, I have taken a teaspoon of all these 3 ingredients along with some salt. I have marinated the chicken for 15 minutes. Now it is time to cook it. So first I am going to pressure cooker this, so that it is a bit soft before we go into the dum process. But if you are using the broiler chicken, then what you can do is, you can directly start with the cooking of the chicken along with the masalas in the big container itself, wherein you can add the rice later, the boiled rice of course. We have taken the oil required in the pressure cooker. Now it's really hot. Now we are going to add all the tempering ingredients. Give it a nice swirl. After tempering the dry ingredients, the first ingredient that should go in should be our garlic paste. So please be very careful when you are tempering, because cloves are likely to splutter off. So please be very careful that. So once we saute this, we will saute this garlic paste alone for maybe 20 seconds, after which we can add the rest of the ingredients. Once you notice that the raw aroma of this garlic paste is gone, we will add the rest of the ingredients. The idea behind is that in this ambur style biryani, we don't prefer garlic aroma. We look forward for the ginger flavor. So we will saute this, after which we will add ginger. But once we add ginger, we don't have to saute it much. So once we add garlic, we'll just stir it for 10 seconds maybe, after which we can go on with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, now we can add our chili paste. Be careful in handling this as well. It's 10 seconds now, so now I'm going to add the pudina leaves along with the rest of the ingredients. So a handful of fresh pudina leaves go in. In goes our chicken now. I'm just going to add the marinated chicken. Skip the step of marinating the chicken. You can actually just cook it, because actually it equally tastes good. But it is a fact that whenever we marinate the chicken, your recipe has an added flavor. So let's do this and add the rest of the ingredients. Let it saute for like a couple of minutes. I'm going to add the rest of the chicken as well. Okay, saute it for like 20 seconds, after which we'll add the curd, salt and cook it. Now here we have added the curd and the salt as well. We can give it a nice stir and then cover it and pressure cooker it for 1 or 2 whistles, because the chicken doesn't take much longer to cook. So once that is done, we will proceed with the next step, which is just to assemble our boiled rice and chicken curry. Now followed by the salt and curd, we are going to add our onion and tomatoes. Mix it well. And so that's it. Now that we have mixed it well, we are going to cover it and cook it for 1 or 2 whistles. You don't have to worry about sauteing of this onion, because in this recipe we are not sauteing onion. We are just going to mix it and cook it together. Our chicken is boiled well and it's ready to be cooked with the rice now. It is almost done. So now what we are going to do is we are going to segregate and separate this chicken and keep it alone, so that we can just use this water content. Now what we are going to do is we are just going to add our lemon juice to this. If you remember, we didn't add it in the session. Now we are going to add it, mix it well, and we are going to mix it along with the boiled rice. And here is our rice from which we have separated the colored rice. Now what we are going to do is we are just going to add our chicken gravy to this. Remember, this has to cook along with this curry now, and that is the reason why we did not cook the rice as well completely. It is kind of 3/4 done. Now when it gets dum, when we dum this biryani with this liquid content, it will be completely done. So now that we are done, we will place it on the fire on medium high and place one heavy hot tawa over this. Now we have just lifted our tawa, which was really hot, and kept it over that. You may be noticing the steam coming over it. Now just adjust it properly, ensure that the steam is not escaping, and the flame is on medium high. Let this cook for 5 minutes. After every 5 minutes we may have to stir it and repeat the same with the tawa as well. 5 minutes. So now what we are going to do is we are going to carefully shift our tawa to another neighboring stove. We are going to check our biryani, which is cooking on medium high. So now we are just flip it over. The biryani is almost done. So now after 5 minutes we will just add the chicken and complete it. But now we are going to simmer it and cover it again and cook it with the tawa on for 5 more minutes. Now at this point you can check the salt as well. If it is less, you can add it now. Our biryani has been cooking for the next 5 minutes. Now we are going to add the chicken. See that the rice is nice, not sticking together, but cooked well. So now at this point we will give it this nice mix again. Just lift it and flip it, lift it and flip it, and at this point we are going to add the chicken over. We're just going to add the chicken. Now this, just spread it evenly. Okay, now I'm not going to stir it again. I'm just going to cover it as usual with our lid, followed by the hot tawa. Now since my rice has already cooked well, now I'm switching the flame off, so no flame is on now. So right now we have placed the biryani is still in the hot stove, but then over this we have a hot tawa. That's it. After 5 minutes we will just flip it and our biryani will be ready to be served. Here we are, and here is our last 5 minutes. This is the third 5 minutes, and now we are going to check for biryani. Now as I told you earlier, the flame is off. Now we are going to just flip it, and we are going to add our colored rice as well. So here in goes our colored rice, and we are going to flip this rice with the chicken. We're going to garnish it with the coriander at this point. and cover the lid again for the last 5 minutes. So this is the final 5 minutes that will constitute the total of 20 minutes for the dum of the biryani. Here we go, our very yummy colorful chicken dum biryani, the ambur style chicken biryani is ready to be served. Then we are serving it with onion raita for sure. You can also add in the brinjal curry to this to make it even more delicious. So please do try this recipe, share it with your friends, and do comment and give your feedback as well. Remember to subscribe to Chefs Together if you have not done it already, and remember to click on the bell button for timely notifications. Thanks for supporting Chefs Together. See you in another recipe. Till then, it's bye bye.